Most people think apathy means you don't care, like you've just given up, or like you're lazy, unmotivated, or emotionally checked out. But that's not what's actually happening most of the time. What people call apathy is often decision fatigue, something much more specific and much less judgment-worthy. Decision fatigue is what happens when your brain has made too many choices, too many judgments, too many calculations, and it quietly pulls the plug. Not in a dramatic way, more like a slow fade to gray. At that point, it doesn't feel like stress anymore. It feels like nothing, and that's where people get confused. When you're anxious, you feel wound up. When you're depressed, you feel heavy. But when you're decision fatigued, you feel blank. Not sad enough to cry, not motivated enough to do anything. Just stuck in this weird emotional space where nothing really matters. That's why decision fatigue gets mislabeled as apathy, because from the outside, and sometimes from the inside, it looks like you don't care. But caring about something actually takes energy, and decision fatigue is what happens when that energy is gone. Think about how many decisions you make before noon. Not big, dramatic life choices, but tiny ones, like what to wear and what to eat, whether to answer that message now or later, whether this thought matters or should it be pushed away. Each one is small, but they stack, and your brain doesn't treat them as optional. Eventually your brain goes, whatever, I'm done. Not done forever, just done for now. And instead of panic or sadness, it defaults to emotional minimalism. No strong opinions, no urgency, no desire, because desire requires deciding, and deciding feels like too much. Here's where it sucks, though. People often respond to this state by telling themselves they should try harder, be more disciplined, push through, care more. But that just adds more decisions on top of an already maxed out system, so the mental shutdown gets worse. The thing is that decision fatigue doesn't always come from obvious overload. It often comes from chronic low-level thinking, constantly evaluating yourself and second-guessing, constantly wondering if you're doing enough, or being enough, or choosing the right option. The constant monologue running in the background that reminds you of a squirrel on caffeine. That kind of mental background noise is exhausting, even if nothing bad is happening. And because the fatigue is mental, not physical, rest doesn't always look like sleep. You can sleep 8 hours and still wake up apathetic because your brain hasn't had a break from deciding. This is why structure helps people more than motivation. Giving yourself fewer choices and fewer options, less moments where you have to negotiate with yourself. When decisions are pre-made, energy comes back online and interest sneaks back in. Things like setting the coffee pot or picking out clothes the night before help to get rid of decision fatigue. So if you're feeling apathetic, before you assume something is wrong with you, ask a different question. How many decisions have I been dealing with lately? And more importantly, which ones aren't even worth the mental space right now? Because apathy isn't always a lack of feeling. Sometimes it's your brain saying, I need less things to think about before I can care again. Thanks for listening. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. Subscribe if you feel like it.